This is Lesson 8 in Module 3. In this lesson, we're going to be using place value to multiply 3 and 4-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers. We're going to start with the problem 2 times 324. We're going to start by showing our larger factor in the place value chart. So our larger factor is 324, which we can show as 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 4 ones. And we're going to do it 2 times. So we'll do it a second time. And we're going to record this vertically, recording our partial products as we go. So we're going to start with the ones. We have 8 ones, so we're going to record that as our first partial product. We have 4 tens, and 4 tens is equal to 40. So that's our second partial product. And then we have 6 hundreds, which is 600. So that's our third partial product. So we'll add to get a total product here. We'll add to get a total product here. And we see our total product is 648. Let's try a different one. 4 times 605. Again, we're going to do a place value chart. And we're going to show our larger factor, which is 605, as 6 hundreds and 5 ones. And we're going to do that 4 times. So we're multiplying by 4. We're going to write our problem vertically over here. We're going to start with the ones. We have 5, 10, 15, 20 ones. So we're going to record that as our partial product. We don't have anything in the tens column. We're going to go to the hundreds. We have 6, 12, 18, 24 hundreds. Which is 2,400. So we'll add that as our next partial product. And if we add these together, we get 2,420 as our total product. Then we're going to go back to our place value chart and regroup. So our 10 ones become 110. These 10 ones become another 10. So in our place value chart, we have 0 ones. We have 2 tens, which is 20. We can also regroup in the hundreds. So we take these 10 hundreds and exchange them for 1,000. We take these 10 hundreds and exchange them for 1,000. And we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds. And then we have 2 thousands. And if we add together, we have 2,420. So showing our place value chart with regrouping, we get the same product as we did recording partial products. Let's try another problem. Now I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. This time, instead of recording the largest factor to start with, we're going to figure out our partial products, and we're going to record our partial products in the place value chart. So writing our problem vertically here, we're going to start with ones. So we have 1 1 3 times, which would give us 3 ones, and we're going to record that here. That's our 3 ones. Then we're multiplying 5 tens 3 times, which would be 15 times 10, which would be 150. So we're going to show that here as 100 and 5 tens. Then for the next one, we're going to multiply 8 hundreds times 3, which would be 24 hundreds. And we're going to show that here as 4 hundreds and 2 thousands. And then we're going to add together our partial products. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. And 2,000 gives us a total product. And we can see over here we have 2,000 plus 5 hundreds plus 5 tens plus 3 ones. And if we add that, we also get the same total product. So from this one, we went from our partial products to our place value chart, whereas previously we went from our place value chart to our partial products. Let's try another one. This one is 4 times 6,379. This time too, we're also going to figure out our partial products and then fill in our place value chart from there. So we have ones, tens, hundreds. Our factor goes to thousands, and we may need 10,000s also. Okay, so we're going to write our problem vertically, starting with ones. We multiply 9 times 4, and we get 36 ones. So we're going to show that here as 3 tens and 6 ones. Then we go to the tens. We have 7 tens times 4, which would be 280. And we'll show that here as 2 hundreds and 8 tens. Then next we're going to multiply 3 hundreds times 4, which would give us 1,200. And we're going to show that as 2 hundreds plus 1,000. And finally, we're going to multiply 6,000s times 4, which would give us 24,000. And we're going to show that as 2 10,000s plus 4,000s. Okay, and let's add all that up. 6 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 8 plus 0 plus 0 is 11. 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. And 2. And then in our place value chart, we see here we have 6 ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tens. So we're going to regroup 10 of those tens as 100, which leaves us with 110. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds. And we also have 5 thousands. And we have 2 10,000s, which is 20,000. And if we add 20,000 plus 5 is 25,000. 25,516. 25,516. So again, in this one, we went from partial products to the place value chart. Either way is fine, whatever works for you. Let's try some problem set problems. The first one says represent the following expressions with dis, regrouping as necessary. Write a matching expression and recording the partial products vertically as shown below. So we start out with an easy one. We have 1 times 213. So let's show 213 as 200s. One 10 and 3 ones. And we're going to look at the ones first. So 3 ones, 1 times 3 ones is 3. Then we go to the tens. 1 times 110 is 10. And 1 times 200 is 200. So when we add the partial products together, we get 213. When we look on our place value chart, we've got 1 times 200s. We have 1 times 110 and 1 times 3 ones. So we've shown this both in the place value chart and in our partial products. Pause the video and try B. Okay, for this one, we're still starting out with 213, but this time we're doing it times 2. So we'll write our problem vertically. We'll start with the ones. We see we have 6 ones, and 3 times 2 is 6. That's our first partial product. Then we go to the tens. 110 2 times is 20. And then we go to the hundreds. 200s 2 times is 400. And we'll add them up. On our place value chart, we see we have 2 times 200s. Plus 2 times 2 tens. Plus 2 times 3 ones. Okay, pause the video and try C. Okay, we're using 214 this time. So 200s, 110, 4 ones, and we're doing it 3 times. Writing it vertically and getting our partial products. We see 4 times 3 is 12, which is the same as we have on our place value chart. 110 times 3 is 30. 200s times 3 is 600. And we're going to add them together. Then we're going to check on our place value chart. We have 12 ones. We know we can regroup 10 of them to a 10, which leaves us with 2 ones. And now we have 4 tens, which is 40. And we have 600s, which is 600, which also gives us 642. Okay, pause the video and try D. Okay, for this one, our largest factor is 1,200, 54 3 times. And writing the problem vertically, we start with the ones. 3 ones 4 times is 12. 5 tens 3 times is 150. 2 hundreds 3 times is 600. And 1,000 3 times is 3,000. And we'll add up our partial products. Then we'll look at our place value chart. We have 12 ones. We can exchange those for 110. Here we have 10 tens, which we can exchange for 100. Can't do any more exchanging here, so let's see what we have. We've got 2 ones left. We have 6 tens, which is 60. We have 7 hundreds, which is 700. And we have 3 thousands, which is 3,000. If we add them together, 3,000 plus 700 plus 60 plus 2, we get 3,762. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Now for number 2, it says you can represent the expressions with dis. You can use either method that was shown, which means you can either do partial products and then go to the place value chart, or you can start with the place value chart and generate the partial products from there. You need to regroup as necessary, and then you're going to, on the right, record the partial products vertically. So stop the video and try A. Okay, let's try this with the place value dis to partial product method. So we start with our larger factor, which is 212. And we're doing it 3 times. And let's write the problem vertically. And we're first going to look at ones. We have 6 ones. That's our first partial product. We have 110 3 times is 30. 2 hundreds 3 times is 600. If we add them together, we get 636. In our place value chart, we have 6 ones, can't do any regrouping there. We have 3 tens, which is 30, can't regroup there. And we have 6 hundreds, which is 600. And we add them together, we get 636. Okay, stop the video and try B. Okay, for this one, let's try the other method of figuring out our partial products and then putting them on the place value chart. Okay, let's write our problem here vertically. So we multiply the ones first. 6 ones 2 times would be 12 ones. And let's show that as 110 and 2 ones. Next we have 3 tens 2 times, which would be 60. So let's show that here as 6 tens. Then we don't have anything in the hundreds place, so we can move to the thousands place. We have 4 thousands 2 times, which would be 8,000. And we'll show that here as 8 thousands. Let's add them together. and we get a total product of 8,062. In our place value chart, we have 2 ones. We have 6 tens. We can't regroup those. That's 60. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 7 tens. That's a mistake. So we have 7 tens, which is 70. Nothing in the hundreds column. And we have 8 thousands. So if we add those together, we get 8,072. Okay, let's pause the video and try try letter C. Okay, let's go back to the place value to partial products method. So we're going to show our larger factor as 2,000s, 500s, 4 tens, and 6 ones. I'm going to do it 3 times. And let's record it vertically. We'll look at the ones first. 6 ones 3 times is 18. 4 tens 3 times would be 120. 500s 3 times would be 150. No, I'm sorry. 1,500. And 2,000s 3 times would be 6,000. Let's add those together. And in our place value chart, we have 6 plus 4. We can exchange those for a 10. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. And here we have 8 plus 1 plus 9 plus 10. We can exchange that for 100, which leaves us with 1, 2, 3 tens, which is 30. Here we have 10 hundreds, which we can exchange for 1,000. And that leaves us with 6 hundreds, which is 600. And finally, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 thousands, which is 7,000. And if we add them together, we get 7,638, the same as we got with our partial products. Okay, pause the video and try D. Okay, for D, let's do the other method. We'll start with, we'll put up our place value chart. And we're going to write our partial products here and then record them in the place value chart. So we start out with the ones. 7 ones 3 times is 21. So we're going to record that over here as 2 tens and 1 1. There's 0 tens. So we're going to move to the hundreds. We have 4 hundreds 3 times, which is 12 hundreds. We'll record that here as 1,000 and 2 hundreds. And then finally we have 1,000 3 times, which would be 3,000. So we'll record that here as 3,000s. Then when we add together, we get 4,221. And in our place value chart, we have 1, we have 2 tens, we have 2 hundreds, and we have 4 thousands. and we get the same total product. Okay, let's look at number 3. Take a minute to read to yourself. Pause the video. Okay, every day at the bagel factory, Cindy makes 5 different kinds of bagels. If she makes 144 of each kind, what's the total of number of bagels that she makes? Let's do a tape diagram. We're looking for a total, so that's our unknown. She's making 5 different kinds, so let's divide our tape diagram. And each one section is 144. We want to know totally how much she has. So she has 144 of each kind, and she's making 5 kinds. So let's do partial products. 4 ones, 5 times is 20. 4 tens, 5 times is 200. 100, 5 times would be 500. And when we add them together, she would make 720 bagels. A good way to check your work is to do it a different way. So let's do it with a place value chart real quick. Ones, tens, hundreds. So we start out with 144, 5 times. So I have 4 ones, 5 times. So I can exchange 10 of them for a 10. 10 more for another 10, leaving me nothing in the ones. I can exchange 10 here. And 10 here, leaving me with 2 tens and 7 hundreds. And that's the end of lesson 8.